What's going on, guys? So I just put the car back together after a second clutch failure. If you haven't watched the video on the first one, I put it somewhere up here. That was a stuck clutch. That was meant to happen. The car was making more power. It was gonna give out at one point. The second one, so this thing is an eBay clutch. It's really cheap compared to anything that is in the market for J series. This thing is a no. If it works, it's a no-brainer. So I was like, you know what? Let me test it. I had a couple of days before I head to the 1/3 of a mile roll race event. So I put it back together, just rushing through it in there. Got the car running. Went to test it for a little bit. I didn't even break it in. That's why you can see that some of the spots it doesn't like sit properly. I didn't break it in at all. I just put like 50 miles, and that was mostly highway. And took it to the track that day at the event. Made 3 passes. First one went 131 because I started low. I brought the boost down. Then the second one was 136, and the third one was 138 something. That third pass was enough to put me in eliminations, but there was still time for qualifying, so I decided to make another pass to see if I can bump it up a little bit because I was one of the lower ones. So I didn't get bumped up, and that 4 pass, I was going 3rd gear and it was moving, went to 4th gear and it completely let go. And I was like, you know what, it's an eBay clutch. I probably took a crap. It was like stupid cheap. So after inspection, when I threw it back together rushing, didn't realize I put the clutch disc backwards. So this side goes towards the engine, this side goes towards the transmission. So when you put it backwards, it does grab, like it still will fit in there and everything, but the input shaft barely grabs on it. So it's about 3/16 of an inch that was grabbing. And that's why I'm actually surprised with this clutch, because so those 3/16 of an inch is what was moving the whole car the whole time. So I decided to get another eBay clutch, of course, and test it properly. And I'm gonna break it in properly this time so it sits. We get better sitting on the pads and everything, and take it back to the track and see what happens now. But yeah, don't be like me.